Art Wise Sensei and the Evanston Aikido Center on their 20th anniversary today. What a beautiful day it is to practice with you. All right, Carlos. Just hang on, put a grip. Front hand on top. Even if you miss, you can slide down to the grip. Okay, right next to your partner, not too far out, all the way here. And not next to the arm, a little on top, especially the forearm. Low, balance, and kotegaeshi grip, please. Let's warm up, please. Both sections. One of those clown cars. Somebody should go out and go in the other door. Okay, now let's just add 2 more touches. Waihami. So before the tenkan, this comes in, front hand, okay, block, keep connection. Backhand swim. Now your kotegaeshi. Okay, so front hand, we often see this block on our direct ribbon, right? So that one first. Front hand, keep connection, your backhand swim. We often see this guy on your ribbon for tenkan. Okay, so we're just adding those 2. So 1, keep contact, 2, then take kotegaeshi. Understand? Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't lose contact. There. Swim, and take. First hand, palm up. Palm to the side, fingers up. So not this way, block first. This way, shoulder down. And this guy's immediately after. And take. Okay, same warm up. Okay. We counted it this time. I'm so tired of that.
That's our class time.
Okay, let's continue on. It's less this exercise about finish technique, but at the beginning and keeping your connection even though you're switching hands. So let's add a couple more. 1. Now, on your second one, what I'm seeing is a little shallow. Okay, in the pinky here. Forearm. That's a deep one. Okay, this one down. Right next to your partner. So 1 and 3 are okay. 2 go a little bit deeper. So not too shallow here. This clears your own hand. So this is this block, this one's coming here, so that clears. But now it's still making contact, then this guy gets contact. Okay? So even though it's 3 switches, soon to be more, it should feel like 1. So that tenkan exercise should feel the 3. Let's have it. Swim, take your partner around, 4, 5. Yeah, take your partner all the way down. Let's get to Ikkyo. 1, 2, 3, open up. 4 is on top. Turn, expose the elbow. Okay, just there. So 1, 2 deep. 3, a little loop. And you can do a mote ur or whatever from here. Just get to the elbow for 4 and 5. That's 4, that's 5. So you treat them like strikes. Wait, what the elbow? So the idea is continuation, right? And not losing contact. Right? Right? It's exaggerated, obviously. Don't need to go all the way down. At least get to the elbow. Slow. Right. 1, contact. Uke is part of this as well. So it's not just nage. If Uke doesn't keep this to keep an eye on where nage is, he wants to know where nage is. He wants to know. He wants to know. I want to know. Just kidding. Okay, so we're adding 4 and 5. 1, 2, 3, open up. 4 is over the top. You know where 5 is. Okay, just a bit. Please. Up front, let's go to getting Shomanuchi Shihonage. So Shomanuchi Shihonage. Saying a little bit, the first move a little bit like Yokomanuchi Shihonage. I know Yokomen uchi shihan for movement. Okay, yokomen, front hand, bringing it down, right? For shihan is. Front hand. Now it's shomen uchi. The front hand, so we're seeing this a little bit. So Tohei Sensei wants to do the cross walk. Okay, front hand, this guy crosses, that guy's secured. You might be able to get it, but it's shomen, it's straight. So you gotta kind of, yokomen is easy, because you're moving out of the way. But you can't do that same block on shomen, you gotta do your cross hand. So simple, front hand, this guy cuts. There's always tension, so I gotta. So your front hand, this guy can go under or over, but it's cutting as I slide my back foot, just like Dan Sensei said earlier today. Okay, bringing it in for Shihan. Just to, okay? So even if the cross is only there for a second, okay, it's there, okay? I'm not trying to catch this guy, okay? So even if it's here and you're moving back, all right? So let's practice that first move. Front hand, cutting, slide back to both hand grip on both sides, please. Right. So it is the first hand or your front hand that's eventually going to atemi. So gyakuhani, shomenuchi, shihonage, cross, cut. Now this first hand, boom, little atemi, boom, on the way down. It's got to come down anyway, right? You're up here, it's got to come down, might as well on the way down. So it's a little yokomen. Right? So here you're in a little touch the block. So uke, have your second arm up, as you should always have. So that as this guy, as I'm moving back, this guy's here. Okay? So a little attention. First hand, first hand. Just, you don't have to move far, just move. Just to. Okay? Same thing. Okay? Okay, have your hand up. But now, instead of moving back, you're moving in before you move back. So your tegi is reaming tight, your entry. Okay? So, as this comes in and I need it, and I'm ready to do my cross, I let this go by. Okay? But I don't release my elbow. As this comes in, as this is pushing this way, this guy comes forward. That. Okay? It's like it's almost creating its own thing here, and I'm sliding in. Okay? So you're moving in, so think, okay, front foot slide in, back. Then you can do the rest. So right away I'm thinking in and out. Okay? So you're in and out. You're not in for very long. You don't want to stay in here. Okay? But once you get in, your weight's forward, so you can push off and bring this guy back. Now, if you can get both attemis in, you're good. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Kettles. Okay? Two is sometimes it seems like a long time to stay in there. So I either do the one where I'm getting away, or I do this quick one, then move it, and then you go. So right away on it. Make two lines. Tohei Sensei, make two lines. You can't run into this. Okay, two shifts passing the night, there's an elbow. It's an elbow. It's got its anchor on it. Alright, so in, out. Okay? If you can get two in, that's good. But now emphasize that elbow. Okay, you're just horizontal. Boom. You've met it. Boom. Boom. You're moving in. Okay? Alright. So, lastly, one of the three techniques often common in randori. So you got the turn, you got the stiff arm, and then you've got the dive. Okay? Those are the three technical terms. Look at the dive. Okay? Because this one's a little bit dangerous. When you learn this at first, you got to be careful a little bit. So I'm sure you've all seen it. Uke comes flying in. Nage dives on all fours, takes out all the legs. Uke goes flying through the air, multiple ukemis, and then lands somewhere. Okay? But sometimes you see randori, and you see the dive, and you see Uke go What am I supposed to do here? Okay, so when we first learn it, when you get expert, you may be able, and Uke's expert as well, maybe you can take out both legs. But at the beginning, you'll only aim towards the back leg. So we'll do it off Yokomen. All right, so we're stepping in. And if Nage goes at the front leg, I got to jump, which you should do. If you find that you're too late for your Ukemi and Nage's barreling at your legs, I would just leave the ground and take the chances that you're going to land okay later. It's better than getting your knee taken out. Okay? So that's what we want to avoid. So let's practice this a little bit, just for a little bit. That was Terry. Let's see. Actually, Dan. Where's Dan? There he is. So, we're in Aikami, Yokomen, Yokoya. So when he steps in, this is going to be his back leg here. So I don't want to go against his front leg. So when I'm looking at him when we're starting back up, I don't want to go over here. The Yokomen's coming to the side of my head here. I don't want to turn that way. So when the Yokomen's coming, I'm turning my head away. Okay, and my target is the back leg, not the front leg today. Okay, so try not to go there. Let's do this one. So I'm going up against this back leg here, this way, and I'm going to try to sweep my legs through his back leg. Okay, but we're going to start off a little wider angle. You know, and then as you get it, you can get a little closer. So Dan's going to roll on his Yokomeni arm, go slow, here. Now, you go down on all fours, you put your hands down. I like to put my fists down, but you can put your palms down. And the idea, as I learned it, is you don't stay there. You pass through. So you sweep the leg. So I'm going to try to sweep my lower body through here, put my hands down, and get my weight on my hands, so the weight's off my legs, so that I can sweep this guy. As I come to this leg, I'm just going to go over here. He's rolling on his arm. Ready? Go. Okay? So you're staying down. Okay? Upside. So now I'm going against this leg, what is originally his front leg. Okay? But I'm going to have on him a little angle here. Okay? And you want to just move through. Okay? So maybe not this. Okay? You don't just stay. So these guys pass through. How can I pass through if all my weight's on there? So you got to do a little mini handstand just for a second. Just get your weight on here so that you can sweep through. Okay? You don't even have to come up much, but you should keep moving through this way. Okay? Let's in fact, now that I think about it, turn to face. Okay? Okay. So after I sweep through, I want to turn and face. I'm not facing this way. Okay? All right? Because there's more coming. He's got friends. You see, you want to keep moving. You don't ever want to get stuck in right there. All right, let's practice this. Let's roll this way. We can do it in groups. Go slow. Start to move through. And you'll come in the back way. Please be careful. All right? So, maybe I was yellow belt, 5th Q, 4th Q, joining the MSC back in the day. And then Toya Sensei announced, we're going to be teaching a mini course at a local high school. I believe it was Francis Parker. And is Christy here? Anyway, she remembers too. But Art Sensei remembers Francis Parker. Yeah, so could use a little help with some ukes. So this was back in the day when I was at the dojo every day, so might as well keep going with this. And I was so impressed with how Art Sensei presented Aikido to the young people, the high school students, introducing not just the techniques, but the idea and the etiquette and the ideals of Aikido to our young people. I thought, I was new in the dojo. Okay, this dojo has Tohei Sensei. Wow. They also have senior students of this quality with Art Sensei. I was so impressed. I mean, that sold it for me, and the rest is history. So it's just like an example of how one person can really inspire someone. Art Sensei has been my senpai from day one. And today is just the best day ever to celebrate this with him. So thank you, everyone. And I'm sure Sensei doesn't know what you're talking about. him too much, but it was Tohei Sensei and the senior students together. Okay? So Tohei Sensei passed away, recently passed anniversary. Okay? So it was about half the time with Tohei Sensei, about half the time with Tohei Sensei's senior students, who are now all over the place, and all over in this room. Okay, so it's a wonderful thing. So again, thank you everyone, and thank you Art Sensei and Evanston.
Okay.